Hello and welcome back to Suspended Animation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is Westworld, Season 3, Episode 4, The Mother of Exiles. And before I get into it, let me take care of some business first. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, there's going to be a video that pops up here at the very end of this video. Basically, what YouTube does takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library. Also up here is at the end of that video too is going to be Saturday morning blast off. I don't remember what it was I did yesterday. All the days kind of blur into each other now, don't they? Also, if you're a glutton for punishment, you can hit the bell down below. That will tell you when I'm on again next, which is a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule. It's up there. It gets changed out every Monday. Also, all my links to my social media is on there too. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, all of that. I also mirror that same schedule up on the Suspended Fanimation board or page over on Facebook. And for those of you who still have Facebook, I have a Facebook group page which you guys can post stuff on and talk amongst yourselves. All right, let's get to this, shall we? Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video you can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the paddle. All right. So, this was the shortest lived season of a cop show that I've ever seen. I'm talking about Bernard and Stubbs. Because God, they just got rid of Stubbs fairly quickly on that one. And everything is coming up Dolores, is what we found out. So everybody, and I mean everybody, was wrong on this one, myself included. Who knew that all the pearls were Dolores? I mean, show of hands, anybody? Anybody? No, Bueller? No, nobody did. Yeah, that was a surprising revelation that Charlotte, Sato, who also is Musashi now, and pretty much everybody is all Dolores now. She basically just cloned herself. She double sleeved or triple and quadruple sleeved herself. Oh, wait, that's a different show altogether. But yeah, and I mean, she put some shit into motion, man, because she needs to get to Serac to get the insight to shut down the system, if you will. And this is the way to do it, of course, is to make him come to her by taking Delos and making it private, which is what she wants to do. Or she's going to probably try and strike a deal so that he buys out Delos or something like that. And he has to show up in order to sign papers and whatnot. And that's how she's going to get him to, that's how she's going to reel him in. Wow. And then Bernard and Stubbs, of course, trying to go after Liam, their only lead, in order to get to Dolores. And of course, they get to Liam before she does. And but of course, Connells, who is also Dolores, too, by the way, yeah, ends up intercepting them. And Stubbs ends up finding Dolores and getting thrown over, that eyes wide shut party. He ends up getting thrown over the railing. I'm pretty sure Stubbs is still alive. I mean, come on, you know. And yeah, I agree with you, Penn. They did manage to really surprise the shit out of us on this one. Um, man, and I mean, Caleb is pretty much just a pawn now at this point, and he's a tool. Is really all he is. He really is a tool for Dolores to manage her way through the human world. Is what it is. She is his beard, or her beard is what he is, to pose as human and to get her through this human world. And I don't know if Caleb is questioning what the hell's going on or what's happening now at this point, because he doesn't seem to be. He kind of looks like he's questioning things, but then seems to keep going along with it. So I don't know what the hell he's thinking at this point. Yeah, but man, and then also the revelation from Serac when he reactivates Maeve in Singapore, and she goes, "Oh, if you really wanted to impress me, you would have taken me to Paris." And we find out that Paris was destroyed when he was a child. So that should be what he's in his I would say he's in his 50s, somewhere around there, so it's 2058. So you wanna say 40 years back. Yeah, okay, I'll even be better. I'll say he's in his 40s, his late 40s, somewhere around there. So, yeah, okay, even 50s, that would be around now, 2020, which we saw in the timeline of the white ball with the white background with the red or the black, ring, happened around 2020. Which shit, considering the way everything else is going, hopefully that doesn't happen. Tamarack says, "Looks like Bernard is doing, almost exactly what Dolores wants since Martin said that they were there a little bit early, thinking that he's still a pawn." Yeah. Yeah, I agree. She's set everything up, except for Maeve. Maeve is the only, thing that's not in her control, and, she's kinda racing against Maeve now at this point, and that's what's happening. Yeah. And let me know, by the way, if I get a little bit glitchy here. I'm looking at everything and it looks like everything's good. No, except for right there, of course, except when I just said it. Yeah. Uh, you know. Oh, there we go. There's the little glitchy right there too. God. If it gets too glitchy, I'm gonna go back and look at this. I might have to redo this one again. I'm gonna apologize to you guys if that does happen. So if that does happen, I'll have to dump this video and come back and redo it. So apologies to those in the chat. Let me see what else I got here in my notes. The having Emily come back and just torture William though is pretty shitty, quite honestly. It's really shitty and kind of devious though at the same time. It really just kind of breaks him. And then also her, saying that, basically coming out that Charlotte is Dolores and him going for her and her having him committed right there with the guys with witnesses. Just some really shitty stuff, man. It really is. And then of course we get introduced briefly to someone named the Mortician who gave Dolores her different ID, her basically her blood, and bringing her over to the Yakuza, which helped Dolores move some bodies, which we find out was actually it wasn't the Yakuza, it was actually Dolores herself as Musashi or Sato. The names, man, we got to keep up with the names on this kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, and then Maeve ends up getting, run through by Dolores, of course, with the sword, and she gets saved by Sarac's guys who come in at the last minute. Basically, they've been tracking her because, of course, Serac tells her the only reason why he wants her. So he said to Maeve that there's no way she can live in the human world, that she's going to have to live with her daughter in the other world. And she's like, "That's great, but it's lost. It's closed to me." He goes, "No, it's in Dolores's mind," is what he tells her. And she goes, "Well, why should I bring Dolores to you?" And he says, "Because when we rebuilt you, we have an off switch now. So you have a unique mind. It would be a shame to lose it," kind of thing. So essentially, he's got a kill switch on her at this point. And Serac is no better either. I mean, as we saw him, there was an identity broker that he basically put some glasses on and showed him what would happen if he helps them, and what would happen to his family if he helped Serac, and what he would happen to his family if he didn't. And that was pretty brutal as well. Luckily, we didn't have to watch any of that. So. Penn says, "I'm not sure how I feel about it. I liked having William back and it was great revenge, but I still want more of him." I'm pretty sure we're going to get more of him. There's no way William's down and out for the count. Definitely not. And next week's episode looks like we're starting to get into the anarchy of things. They're moving really, really quickly. This is episode 4, and I believe we have 10 episodes this season, is what we have. Um, so yeah, we're almost at the halfway mark there, and it's going to be pretty fucking fast. They are really not pulling any punches on this, and they're giving us the information fast and furious. Um, Damn good episode, I have to admit. It was a good episode because we got a big revelation And it wasn't just once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times a lady, quite honestly. Yeah, damn, and that fight with Stubbs too was just brutal. I mean, the fights scenes today in this episode were just awesome. 8 in this season. Thank you, Sir Cam Lane. So we're actually at the halfway point right now with episode 4. I thought there was 10, and I was wrong on that one. So, yeah. Wow. Yeah. I wish there was a couple more as well. I mean, 8 seems a little bit short, but I'm okay with that. 8 worked for Future Man season 3, which, yeah, that's my segue, I guess. That's what I'm doing there. Um, so damn good stuff here. Really good stuff. What else? Everyone else think about this? Everyone else having a good time with it, or you still on the fence about it, or what's going on? I know I got 12 people in here, so I got a couple of lurkers. As long as the story is so good, I'm okay with it. Yeah, yeah. All right. So what else I got going on? Tamarack says, given how much Railbomb is able to influence the human race with non-forged data, uh, if it gets a hold of the forged data, it would be yeah. Sector 16 data. If it got a hold, it was able to map the human mind. It would be in complete control. Why would it need Serac at that point? And that starts bringing up the whole thing. Is Serac actually real now at this point, or is he actually a host as well? That could be the big twist that we've got there. Anything Cherry says, I was 80% wrong on my theory. You know what? We all were. Quite honestly, they threw us for a loop, and they did a good job of it. They did a damn good job of it. It wasn't anything I was pissed off at where I just went, "Oh, come on, man. That's bullshit." No, they actually did a good job where you're like, "Fuck. All right, man. You guys did a good job." Yeah. And yeah, I have to admit. Yeah, I don't think Hopkins is coming back. I don't think Anthony Hopkins is coming back here for season 3. I wish he would, but yeah, I don't think so. Um I don't know if we're gonna get a season 4 to tell you the truth. It might this might be it. This might be Endgame. As she told William, welcome to the end of the game is what Dolores told William at the very end there. And I think that's what this is. I think we're at the very end of Westworld. We're at the end of this game, and we're only gonna get 3 seasons out of this, which is good if they know this and they set it up that way. I'm good with that. Tamarack says, if Serac turns out to be Ford's brother, my head would explode. Yeah, that would be kind of fucked up. That's right, because him and his brother were the only ones that survived out of the family in Paris because they were in the outskirts playing there. And that would be kind of fucked up. But no, Ford's too old. And that was his younger brother. Serac's younger brother was out there. So I don't think, yeah, well, oh, actually, you might be onto something, Tamarax. Tamarox. There we go. Sir Cam Lane says, so much for being the next Game of Thrones. Yeah. It's just taking, I think, too long between seasons here, and HBO is not with that. They want to have stuff that's being pumped out like Netflix does, where you get season 1, then season 2, then season 3, like once per year or something like that. It's not like they're animating this stuff. Come on. Yeah. But good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So what else I got going on this week? Monday, tomorrow, is going to be Dispatches from Elsewhere from AMC. If you guys aren't watching Dispatches from Elsewhere, you probably should give it a shot. Tuesday is going to be the very excellent Future Man. I'm going to start season 3. I'm going to go 1 episode a week because it is the final season of Future Man. It's only 8 episodes. Um, Pretty easy to get through, and I will do that. Wednesday is going to be Clone Wars. That's right, because no one was watching it, so I moved it over to Wednesdays. So this last episode that came out is coming out on Wednesday. Thursday I'm off. Friday is the excellent Harley Quinn, season 2 of Harley Quinn on DC Universe. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off, and then we come back around again to Westworld on Sunday. There we go. Yeah, Future Man. Yeah, I know, Harley, like a month in between seasons. There's just no way that can happen. I will also take my 20% victory lap on my theory. What was your theory? Anything, Cherry? I don't remember offhand. I don't remember my theories either. So, quite honestly, unless I go back and watch the videos, excuse me. But yeah, there are a lot of really good shows that are out there right now. And quite honestly, I started laughing when I was writing down in my notes Bernard and Stubbs, and then I wrote down here new cop show title. Is because it did sound when they showed up. It's like, excuse me, sir, you're gonna have to come with us. What did I do? Nothing. We can't tell you that right now. You have to come with us, and we'll tell you later. But it did seem like Bernard's and Stubbs, the cop show. Anything Cherry says, I thought Charlotte was Dolores. I didn't see the four others. Well, truth be told, Sato was only told to us this episode, and we didn't even know he existed. And then, of course, Connell's, uh, that was just fucked up. I mean, that was just completely out of left field. I didn't see that one coming at all. The Charlotte one, I could I was ready to put down money that it was Teddy on that one. I really was, but yeah, just because of how distraught she was, quite honestly. But then I forgot Dolores was actually fairly kind of distraught first season too, and cut herself and whatnot, and so that made sense. Yeah, yeah. Teddy is in the Valley Beyond. I forgot about that. Thanks, anything, Cherry. Actually, did he make it through? I can't remember if he did or not. So I don't remember offhand. I'd have to go back and watch season 2. Too much time in between the 2. Tamarok says, "Loved how the 2 people who, see Dolores just write it off as the drugs." Yeah. Yeah. The Liam's friends, that was pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, well, it seems like, human existence now is pretty much worthless because it's all being run by a giant computer anyway, and your options are set by this computer. So if it doesn't consider you worthy, it just kind of marginalizes you and keeps you down. It's the computer keeping you down, man. It's the computers, man. I can't remember offhand what happened to Teddy. It's been too long. I'd have to go back and watch again. One of the last scenes in season 2, you see Teddy in the Valley Beyond. Oh, I think that's right. I remember there was actually some discussion on that, whether or not Teddy was actually there or not. That was the discussion, if Teddy had made it to the Valley Beyond or not. I remember now. Anything, Cherry? Vaguely remember it, but I do remember it. But damn. Um, yeah, great episode. Good stuff. Really good stuff. And looking forward to next week to see what the hell happens with the whole. I mean, like I said, we've got 4 episodes left. That's it. And looks like the world's coming to an end. Because as Serac says, if you guys watch the trailer for next week, uh Serac says that basically one of them, it's going to be either Bernard, Maeve, or Dolores, is responsible for the end of the world. Now that's what's happening there. So why is he working with Maeve then? I don't know. It's now that part kind of worried me a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. His model was left with only one copy. You're talking about Teddy? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just watching now at this point. Yeah. I think she left him behind. I think Dolores just left him behind. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. since yeah, we've pretty much, I think we've gone through everything. And then damn, that was a lot, quite honestly. There was a lot there. Thank you, everybody who joined me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about joining up, take a look at the end of this video. You're going to see a video pop up here. If you like that, hit the subscribe button. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you're still on the fence, oh, blah, 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 blah. I went out of order there. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below here as well. That's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is just those leaving. Thank you everybody who joined me tonight, and I will see you tomorrow for Dispatches from Elsewhere. Until then, take care. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find out that everybody around you is basically just Dolores. She's just been making copies of herself because that's what she does. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.